You know, empowering people to live their best lives. That's what our next guest does for those who need in-home nursing care services. And BrightStar Care of Hawaii was voted the best in the home nursing services category in our 2024 Best of Hawai'i Choice Awards. And joining us today are the owners of this trusted company, Stephen and Allison Lee. Mahalo for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much for having us.
I loved hanging out with you folks in the green room. You folks are so friendly, and I can see why Hawaii loves you folks. So again, congratulations on being voted #1. And before we get started, is there anything you folks want to say to the people of Hawaii who voted you folks #1?
We just want to thank everybody for the trust and allowing us to have the privilege to take care of their loved ones. That means a lot to us, and it's something that we definitely don't take lightly, and just so proud of this honor, and thank you.
Yeah, awesome to have you folks here. So for those who don't know about BrightStar, tell us how BrightStar Care helps those who need medical care but don't want to stay somewhat independent.
So we provide in-home care services. We do everything from companion care through skilled nursing, and we do it with aloha. And we want to make sure that we take care of the people just like we would our own loved ones. That's like how we basically do things.
Yeah, and I'm a caregiver too.
Oh.
I'm the only child, and I took care of my mom and my dad before they passed away. I also took care of my tutu and my auntie Lovey before they all passed away.
Wow.
So this subject is hits to my heart. So I want to say thank you. And you guys have such incredible services. So what else services do you folks provide?
So it's really, thank you for sharing your story as a caregiver,
Yeah.
because one of the things we recognize is that we're not just taking care of the person who needs the care. It's really a whole family situation a lot of the times, and there's so many people in this sandwich generation who have their jobs and their children and all these things going on, all these stressors, and then they also have their aging loved one, and a lot of times it comes from a fall, and all of a sudden they're thrust into this situation. And so like Stephen said, we're one of our differentiators is that we provide a full continuum of care. So we provide the companion services, personal care, kind of in-home supportive care, but also we provide skilled nursing services. So we'll help with medication setup, wound care, G-tube feedings, things like that. So as care progresses, we're really able to help support people in their own homes for a longer period of time without having to go.
Oh my gosh, I wish I knew who you were when my mom and my dad got sick. When we think about home care, we think mostly of our kupuna, but you folks also offer childcare. Tell us about that. How does this service work?
Yeah, so childcare, it's mostly for in situations where there are additional needs. So it's not generally your basic child care. It's children who need extra support at home. But yeah, our vast majority of our clientele are adults, and even more so with the senior population.
Yeah, you guys have incredible reviews, 5-star reviews. You guys have like this higher standard of living, right, with staff that goes above and beyond. So tell us how your staff differs from other companies.
So you talked about yourself being a caregiver.
Yeah.
And caregivers are born. You just got to have it in you, and you got to have the heart. It has to be a passion and something that's in you. You cannot fake being a caregiver, as you know. And so it is something that we look for in all of our caregivers, and it's got to be the why, and I think that's something that speaks to us, and that's what we try to put together as our team, the people who they're doing it for the right reason. And I think, of course you got to have the skills and all of those things, but you cannot be taught having that heart and the why.
Yeah,
so that's
compassion
exactly.
and empathy.
So that's something that is very important.
And how can people get a hold of you folks?
So our website, brightstarcare.com/Hawaii, or our phone, 808-447-7448, by email, honolulu@brightstarcare.com. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys for everything you folks have done for our kupuna and our community, and congratulations.
Thank you so
once
much for
again.
having us.
Please come back on our show.